Welcome to your complete guide to starting acrobatics with confidence and trust. Since you've clicked this video, I assume that you
really want to be able to perform movements like this one, or this one, but you are simply too scared, don't know how to start, and also fear that doing it will give you injuries.
And believe me if I say that I completely understand these fears, because over the years I've worked with so many students of all ages and backgrounds. I've seen their struggles, their doubts, and also the moment when things finally click. And through all of this, I've learned exactly what really matters when starting acrobatics safely and with confidence. That's why in this video I'll show you the key exercises that prepare your body, from protecting your wrists, stabilizing your feet and building leg strength, to improving spinal mobility and shoulder stability. This way you can move from fear to trust. And stay tuned for a bonus exercise, which could be the first arching acrobatic skill to master. But like any good story, let's start at the beginning. As soon as you're starting with acrobatics, your wrists will carry a lot of the load. You'll move through wild ranges, will fall and catch yourself, so I think it's only fair to prepare them.
The wrists, they seem so tiny and so fragile, but actually through practice and training and specific strengthening exercises, we can also create wrists that can withstand quite a bit of force, so we can also travel on top of ourselves.
Wrist circles are always part of my preparation, not only this way but also the other way around. About 1 or 2 minutes shaking and letting go of some tensions.
Before doing anything too crazy, simply walk from one of your hands to the other. Treat your palms like cat paws, gracefully placing them on the floor, loading them, and also moving them in a variety of ways. Fully turning them inwards, fully turning them outwards, and already letting them know, hey, we're gonna be loading you in a diverse way.
As there are no bad positions, only improper preparation, also load your wrists from the other side and simply elevate yourself onto your feet to make it more challenging.
Next up, we've got finger push-ups. Now this one comes in 2 steps. The first one is really loading your hands and slowly pushing yourself up on top of your knuckles. Now this could be quite uncomfortable at first, so take it easy. After working this one out, you can also test if you can go more towards the pinkies, more towards the middle finger or your index finger. Definitely give it 10 to 15 repetitions in about 2 to 3 sets before moving on from here to full fingertip raises. So from your open palm, you want to push up onto the tips of your fingers. This will strengthen your fingers until the very end, which then comes in handy for the acrobatic practice.
From our hands to our feet. Yes, also in acrobatics you will be on your feet. In fact, they have to do quite a lot. Make up for small mistakes and absorb impact whenever you lose control.
Ankles and knees made of rubber and steel, bendy yet stiff and forceful whenever we need them to be. In this one you want to stand very close together with your toes and your heels touching. Step number 1 is simply elevate, going on top of the balls of your feet, pressing your heels together, keeping your upper body upright and slowly riding down into a squat. All the while pressing your heels together, pushing up on top of the balls of your feet and very slowly going down as deep as you can. Hold it for about 2-3 seconds and then as slowly as you came down, also stand back up again. This is where the burn begins. You wanna do it fast? No. Slow it down and really work your ankles and your knees.
A good goal for the elevator is working on 10 seconds down, holding for 10 and going up for 10. Because if you can do this, we can slowly add an arched version, which is great for acrobatics. Slowly placing your knees to the front onto the floor, as if there is a bug and you don't want to squish them. As carefully as you can. Now, of course remember to keep your heels together to find this nice control in your leg and use your fingers to help yourself if otherwise it is too hard. As soon as your knees are on the floor, arch back as much as you can for 5 reps in 3 sets. Over time the arch will increase. Now, looking at your knees, there is a lot of rotational components in landing, so adding the spiral squat into the mix is always a nice thing to do. Squat down as much as you can. If it's not full range of motion already, that's okay. But as soon as you need a little bit of a challenge, you can try to twist yourself even more and touch the floor with your fingers. This will ensure that you're working through full range of motion. In these ones, I'd say 6 to 10 reps per side in 3 sets. Incorporate these tasks into your practice and soon you will benefit from strong, agile and capable legs. And hey, if you're still there, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments. Before going into the next exercises, let's look at the question that you might be asking. Why should you even practice acrobatics? First off, acrobatics is an incredible full body training. Because of the diverse shapes, you will work on mobility and flexibility, especially in your spine, while at the same time building strength, especially if you go upside down. Also, acrobatics is great in terms of risk management. You will learn to fall, so accidents will be turned into something beautiful. It's also extremely fun and highly scalable, so also you can practice. Let's continue.
You are as old as your spine. Now, this proverb highlights the role of the spine for the health of our whole body. Maybe you know it. You hurt your hand, your finger, kind of sucks. You hurt your spine, you're out. So let's take good care of that.
If you take a look at the demands on the spine in acrobatics, you can see a lot of these arched and twisted shapes. Hence, we also need to take care of the spine in such a manner. Let's start simple with a favorite of mine, the arch preparation that all of us can do. Rocking back and forth and with every repetition trying to arch a little bit deeper and more. 5 repetitions with a 5-second hold in 3 sets are plenty. If you want to diversify practice, simply add a little dive, which is also nice for the upper body, and a little circular motion. But this is really just a preparation.
Practicing this passive range of motion is great and important, but even more important, especially for acrobatics, is trying to practice the active side of flexibility, which then is mobility. So in this one, you will lie on the floor. The first task is trying to find a very rooted position, placing your toes on the floor, opening your legs a little bit so you can move dynamically here. Now, the aim is from this position, without touching the floor with hands, elbows or shoulders, you want to try to extend one of your arms so you can rotate and roll over to the other side as much as possible without letting go of your feet. So you will try to spiral here. Again, shoulder is not touching the floor, so you want to lift up, extending your arm and rotating towards the other side.
I've been doing similar exercises where you lie on the floor and you will perform the spiraling motion for years, and also have been showing these my students. And I've heard great stories that after just practicing this every day for 1 or 2 repetitions, some slight discomforts in your back will go away. So give it a try. 5 flowy reps is a great goal. And if you want to upgrade it, then try balancing tennis balls on your hands. Now this one is great. I've did it at countless workshops.
Hey there, sorry for the interruption, just quick news. Now, if you really want to dive into acrobatics, preparation is key, alright, but also you need to start the actual practice. So check out this video where I break down 4 essential techniques in soft acrobatics that you can do right now in this moment, guaranteed. And you're lucky because this week from September 15th until 21st there is a big online sale, so all of my online programs will be discounted. Perfect for if you want to dive into guided practice.
To find the right program for you, let me help you out. I have some complete courses like the entry bundle for complete beginners, then the acrobatics lab, which is my fan favorite and my most in-depth program. I do have specialized skill programs if you just want to learn a specific skill, and very generalized and approachable full body mobility programs. There is also a quiz on my website you can take to find the best program for you. Everything to be checked out on neilteisner.shop. Now, back to the video.
When looking at acrobatics, we can see that our shoulders need to be able to do a lot. They don't only have to resist gravity in one plane of motion, no, they have to do this in a variety of angles and ways. So in order to strengthen and prepare the shoulders, we need to take this into consideration.
A great task to achieve this is the belly up and down. Lead with your leg into this crab position and with your arm back into the quadrupedal stance. Now take a look at my shoulders, how I'm rotating these, and also use the palm of my hand to twist. This I view as very important to understand the mechanic. Make it harder by placing your legs on an elevating surface.
For this one, I will again find myself in this push-up position with my legs elevated. From here, turning around and trying to see, without dropping my hips, if I can place that second arm on the floor as well.
In comparison to the floor version, this one is extremely challenging, so take it easy. You could also ask a partner to hold your legs, which will make it even harder. But if you need an extra challenge...
Neil, is there one exercise that combines all of this? Something where you will work on your wrists, your shoulders, your spine, your legs, your whole body integrated? Yes, there is. Welcome. Because this movement combines different aspects, let's start with the first one, which is a simple one-arm arched bridge position. For this one, you want to find yourself in this tabletop using just one arm. The distance between your feet and your hand can vary depending on your proportions. With time, you want to find it a little bit closer together, so you really have the potential to push your hips very tall. If you look at this, it is very different. Now from here, rotate your fingers outwards towards the back and try to push yourself as tall as you can throughout your elbow, throughout your shoulder, into the spine. Now this upper arch meets the lower arch, generated by a big push of your feet. The second part that we can take a look at is the sissy squatting motion, which basically means you're squatting down without bending your hips, trying to bring your arm to the floor and standing up again. It looks quite simple, but there is some things to it. So what we can start out with is from a standing position, without bending your hips, try to even extend them a little bit, like sitting on a bar stool. Slowly squatting down until you can touch your heel, maybe even going further down until you can do the same motion hitting the floor. Once you feel comfortable with this, try to go as low as you can, but it could really take some weeks until you hit it.
Before we can dive into the full move, we still need to figure out some extra parts. So let's continue with the reach jump. In this one, you want to add a jump after full extension, which is not just this little monkey jump. You really want to hit full extension of the body, and only then comes a jump. With time and practice, try to make it fluid and floaty, like a rubber band opening up. Then we can try to tackle the full move. A little jump and trying to stand up directly. At first maybe your hips will break, but soon after you'll be able to make it. Now this one is great. It will combine everything and will prepare you for so many maneuvers like these arching acrobatics that you can see here. Of course, it's gonna be a journey. It won't happen overnight, but soon enough you'll be diving into all sorts of acrobatics, from rolls into arches, jumps, so on and so forth. Don't wait, start now.
Right people, this is it for this one. I truly hope you found some pieces of gold here. Things that you can do in the comfort of your own home or anywhere else in order to strengthen your body, feel more confident for all of these acrobatics. Now there's a playlist I've created, Acrobatics 101, a starter kit, where you will learn not only ways to strengthen your body but also videos on how to learn many moves, from rolls to jumps to flips, inversions, handstands, cartwheels, and much more. Don't miss out, check it out, and I hope to see you in the next one.